Now, one of the latest developments or latest news coming from Europe is that apparently Nio is going to launch ONVO somewhere around March of next year or in Q1 of next year, which is something that is pretty exciting because this is a model that obviously you know that it's way cheaper. I think it's 10,000 cheaper compared to Nio models, which therefore that will also bring a relief when it goes to Europe because it will be competitive as compared to Nio. Nio cars are extremely expensive in Europe. I mean, you can imagine it's already $42,000 in Europe. That very same model, I can assure you that it's over $50,000, and I'm talking about the 85 Touring and the 85 mid sedan. So this shows you how expensive those cars are. And for a car like ONVO L60, which the price or the starting price with a battery, it's around or it's just below $30,000. You and me can agree that if we apply maybe the same principle of adding 10,000 on top, it goes to $39,000, which it's not as bad, man. So there are chances that this model does exceptionally well in Europe, which is why I look forward, man, because not only are we going to get to see ONVO selling in Europe, but Firefly it's also coming. So we read from the Automotive News Europe to see that Nio will launch an affordable EV brand starting with the L60 mid-size SUV. So L60, you can expect it around March, or it's going to be launched around March of next year, which is pretty exciting. I mean, you will know that Nio next year they plan to have a total of 25 countries penetrated by the end of the year, which is great, which is amazing, because this will make or give more opportunities to Nio to be able to sell well, to be able to do more, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, man, I am happy about this. Thought I'd give you this quick update, man, because I'll tell you something, blue sky is coming. Those that are persevering will be rewarded. So these are wonderful news, these are good news, and with this kind of news, one would ask where the progress is of tariffs, because I think the last time we were talking about tariffs, it looked like China and Europe had struck a deal, and European Commission was about to lift off or reduce the tariffs which they are currently imposing on EV stocks like Nio. I mean, Nio, you'll know that it's currently having a tariff, or their tariff were increased by 20.8%, and we know that this is not good for competition. This is not good for Nio, because their cars, they have to make their cars even more expensive. But thank God that very soon this issue will be resolved, or will be resolved in a way which will result into ONVO doing exceptionally well in terms of numbers they generate, doing exceptionally well in terms of the deliveries they can make in Europe, because Nio will be able to sell maybe almost where, or will be able to take down the price where they were previously, but ONVO also on the other side will be able to give a chance to those that can't afford Nio cars in Europe to have an option with the ONVO L60. I mean, one thing that I like about Nio is that wherever they go, wherever their users are, they not only just take their cars, as many cars as possible there, but they also take their infrastructure. I mean, it is for this reason that to date we have seen over 60 battery swapping stations in Europe. It's simply because Nio wants to make sure that they give convenience to those that buy Nio cars. And the good thing is that majority of these, if 70-80% of these battery swapping stations, or over 60 battery swapping stations which have been deployed in Europe, they are compatible with the ONVO L60. ONVO will find some of these battery swapping stations ready. All they need to do with the battery swapping stations in Europe, because I don't think they've started deploying the 4th generation battery swapping station, they just need to go and adjust for ONVO, which we look forward to that. So yeah, man, I am happy, I am excited about this, because I know this will unlock quite a number of sales from Nio. I know this will unlock some very good, of course, deliveries coming from Nio also in Europe. And you will know that with Europe, something that will make them open a factory, it's when they are able to sell 5,000 deliveries on a month to month. That's what they said, to say that if they get, or their deliveries get to 5,000 monthly, then they won't hesitate to open a new factory in Europe. But until we get to that, then Nio won't open a factory. But thank God we've got ONVO, Firefly going to Europe, and those, I think they will make Nio to be able to get to 5,000. I think before, who knows, unless they struggle with production capacity by end of next year or early 2026, I think Nio can easily hit that mark of 5,000, which will in Europe, which will lead them in opening a factory. So yeah, man, I am happy, I am excited. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. Tell me what you think about this. I think you need to brace yourselves for what's coming. We need to prepare ourselves. 2025, I think it is going to be that year where it's so important for Nio, because it's a year that takes Nio to profitability, right? Q4 is that quarter of 2025 where we might see a positive earnings per share coming from Nio. And this, when I think about this, I just want to take the low trading price as opportunities to load the boat and ignore the day-to-day movements, because I know the kind of company Nio is becoming. I know where Nio could be in the future because of these latest developments, because of what we read on a day-to-day coming from Nio. So I am happy, man. I am excited. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. Tell me what you think about this. I think we need to brace ourselves, because I personally think that these current share price levels are a bargain looking at where Nio could be in the future. So don't forget to hit the like button, comment and subscribe, and that's if you have not subscribed to the channel, because on this channel I talk a lot about Nio, because I believe in their fundamentals, in their future prospects, and I believe that those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will be the one to be rewarded in the long term. And of course, I'm not saying to sell, buy, increase, but these are just my opinions to say that we shall be rewarded in the long term. Ignore the naysayers, ignore the short sellers. Nio stock is manipulated. That's all from me. I mean, yesterday I saw Lucid rising up over 3%, whilst Nio rose over 1%. And right now the market share of Lucid, a company that is able to sell like what, 2,500 vehicles on a quarterly basis, just having a market cap of 1 billion less than a car company that is selling like over 60,000 in a quarterly basis, you and me can agree that this is offering an opportunity for us to go and indeed load the boat, increase our holdings onto the Nio stock. Otherwise, that's all from me. I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.